see my screen on the first page, please?
Perfect, it's perfect.
Super, thank you. So welcome to this opportunity presentation called DAISY. DAISY stands for Decentralized Artificial Intelligence System. Now, before we dive right into the details, it is imperative that I share a legal disclaimer with you because we're going to talk figures, we're going to talk possible success stories. Please go ahead and take a screenshot to read later or read through this now. But there are some things I want to add and I want to point out. First thing first, I am not a financial advisor. No part of this call should constitute as any financial advice. DAISY is currently not available in all countries, including in the US. So for anyone who's not sure if the country they're in has any restriction to participate in DAISY, please go to the website and you'll be able to find the information on. There's a very few list of few countries that unfortunately cannot partake into this project. And other thing I want to point out is previous performance do not guarantee future performances, right? Make sure you've taken a screenshot so you can read into details later. And we're going to go right into it now. What is DAISY? Well, DAISY is an equity crowdfunding model for financial technologies, which works as a decentralized smart contract, not a company. Not a company or CEO that controls it. It's totally decentralized. It's on the blockchain as a public ledger. It's transparent. It is a model where everyone can win with profits, equity, as well as build an income. It is currently crowdfunding EndoTech for the DAISY AI project. Now, EndoTech is going to be a key part of your research, so we advise you to write this down because we're here to provide you with the information. It is your sole responsibility to do your research with this information and make an informed decision because you're the only person who's responsible and liable for your own decisions. Now, the DAISY AI project, we will discuss that shortly. In DAISY, contributors receive exclusive stock equity as well as profit rewards. DAISY AI is a decentralized artificial intelligence system being developed by EndoTech, and DAISY AI is the next generation of AI trading, which will significantly multiply the current AI performance. DAISY AI is the first project capitalized by DAISY Crowdfund, and DAISY AI is EndoTech's path to becoming a public company where we will have stock equity in that publicly listed company. Now, let's give you a little bit of information about EndoTech. EndoTech is the first technology partner for DAISY Crowdfund. Okay, they are they are an 8, almost 9 years old global fintech company specializing in AI trading systems. They currently provide AI trading systems for top financial institutions, and they have a proven track record of high performance results. Now, here's the thing. When I say proven, I mean where you can go and verify the trades, legit. And they currently trade for top financial institutions. They have a high performance results. Listen, past performance is not a guarantee of future performances, but for the past few years, consistently, year after year after year after year, they've been generating between 400 to 800% per year on average. And allow me to remind you that currently, we are crowdfunding EndoTech to develop the more advanced version of their AI trading system that will significantly multiply these results. I don't know to what extent they will go, although I'm quite happy if they could replicate those 400 to 800% average for myself. This company was founded by Dr. Anna Becker in 2012. Dr. Anna Becker is someone who has a PhD in artificial intelligence. At the age of 20, she found an approximation algorithm by a factor of 2, which has now got a wide use in operating systems today, in today's date. Her and her AI team of scientists have more than 20 proprietary AI systems in operation, currently being used as the backbone of trading at more than 150 investment firms across the United States, Europe, and Asia. And in fact, in 2017, the Financial Commission called up on Dr. Anna Becker, where she served on their board for over 2.5 years. They called up on her for her to help them with dispute resolution, for her to help them which company are genuinely trading, which company are genuinely using AI. Now, I'll let you do your research and understand why would Financial Commission call up on her to do that. And now we get the opportunity to be part of her project, part of her trading. That's simply incredible. So let's take a look at some of their results. Here is just a screenshot. You can go and verify all of these results at EndoTech.io, and there's multiple other ways to verify those results. But here's an example of their top alpha strategy. It's important that I share again, past performance is not indicative of future performance and is for informational use only. Now, prior to Daisy, if you take Daisy out of the equation, the only way you could have and you can still have access to this bot is, well, it will cost you $125,000 as a fee. And you would need to deposit a minimum capital of $1 million. And out of the profits, they will take 20%. Let's take a look at how this strategy did for them. Since January 2018, the launch of this strategy, to November 2020, it had already generated over 2,200%. That's an average compounded profit per year of over 814% per year. Hold on, check the transparency even on a screenshot, which you don't see with companies. I've never seen this. They tell you that not every day, not every week, not every month even was a winning month. There were losing trades. There was losing days. There was even losing months. Yet, they were able to generate over 800% average per year. Now, let's take a look at their top leverage strategy that the new version launched on the 1st of September 2020. By the 9th of November, 10 weeks, with one losing month. In fact, it was the first month was a losing month. And they turned that around. And in 10 weeks, going from the first 4 weeks being in minus, another 6 weeks later, they were at almost 300% profit. Once again, the previous results do not guarantee the future results. I just want to make sure, Flavius or someone just make sure you can still see my screen correctly, right? Manu, can you still see my screen correctly? Because I've just got a notification. If someone can put in the chat and let me know that you can see my slides changing, I just want to make sure. Let me check the chat. Okay, super. Thank you very much. Sorry, I got a notification that my Zoom has been playing up. So this is an example of their top leverage strategy. Now, this is some screenshot of how the system, the back office look. And it's important here that I share that you are at the right place at the right time. Because this project is about to launch imminently. So you get to be part of this grand launch on day one. Although we have had what we call a beta launch earlier this year, a test launch for 4 days. And I can tell you this, in 4 days, this Daisy project broke every single record in the industry and generated over $50 million in sales in 4 days of test launch. So you didn't have to be part of the crew like me and some others on this call, the guinea pig as I call them, but you get to be part of the grand launch on day one. And that has a massive benefit that we're about to share with you on this call. So let's take a look at what are the rewards for contributors. We're talking about a crowdfunding model. Well, first of all, there are up to 10 different crowdfunding tiers to choose from, starting at just $100. Yes, you heard it right. You can start at just $100 that includes your fees and the amount that goes into trading. No more 100,000, 1 million, 125,000. No, this now, Daisy makes it accessible for almost, I would say, anyone and everyone. Every contributor gets their equal share of 5% EndoTech stock. I've got someone who is messaging. The screen is not showing. Okay, so I'm going to stop the share and bring it back. Thank you very much, Manny, for calling me and doing this. Let's take a look. Can I get a confirmation in the chat now if we're back on track? Yes, okay. I'm going to keep my chat open. So just if anything changes, when I talk, if it's not changing and moving, new things appearing, just let me know in the chat. Thank you very much. Right, let's put that here. Now, every contributor gets their equal share of 5% EndoTech stock. 50 to 70% of each contribution is used in trading for the development of D.ai.sy AI, the more advanced version, whereby 70% of the trading profits are rewarded back to you, the contributor. 15% of the trading profits are rewarded to the residual referral plan. That means 85% of the profit goes back to the contributors. Contributors can withdraw their trading rewards at any time. All members are able to participate in the D.ai.sy referral plan, which is a choice, and that referral plan pays out up to 46% of each contribution. Let's go and take a look at the smart contract distribution of funds. Let's break it down for you. Every contribution has to be done by a Tron wallet, not any Tron wallet. It has to be what we call a DApp wallet. We will advise you on which one to use because they connect directly your wallet to the blockchain for the transaction. When someone makes a D.ai.sy contribution, 50 to 70% goes into live trading. We call that the D.ai.sy fund. Up to 46% maximum goes into the referral plan called the D.ai.sy crowd. EndoTech will trade the D.ai.sy fund where 85% of the profits are rewarded back to the contributors directly into their Tron wallet. And you can request the profits at any time or part of the profits at any time. Here's the beauty though. Now, we've all heard of companies where when you join, any commission, referral rewards you earn, it shows on the screen, and then you can withdraw it. Some, they allow you to withdraw anytime or once a day. Some you have to wait for Friday. Others you have to wait for Monday. Some takes 24 to 48 hours. Some takes 5 days or longer for the withdrawal to reach you. Here's the beauty here. When someone makes a contribution instantly, let me say that again, instantly, whoever and everyone who qualifies to receive a part of that reward in the referral plan, that amount is sent to you, to your Tron wallet directly, not to speak on the screen, directly into your wallet. Technically, if anyone is new here to the crypto industry, I call it your crypto bank, technically. It's sent to you instantly. That's incredible. Why the Tron blockchain? First of all, it's important to know that we use the Tron blockchain, but we use USDT. That means Tether, USDT, is the currency you will use to purchase your tiers. But we use on the Tron blockchain. Why? Well, first of all, because it allows automated interaction between members and D.ai.sy. It removes the need for a company or CEO to be in control. It's a public ledger. It's transparent. And hence, it allows all promises to be executed instantly with 100% transparency. Tron blockchain is among the fastest and the most scalable. And low gas fees allows for high-performing smart contract at low cost. As an example, if someone was moving USDT on the Ethereum blockchain from Binance, let's say to your Tron link, it's $20 fees. We use Tron blockchain. You use Tron blockchain to do that. Guess what? The fee is only $1. Brilliant. But Tron is also a top emerging decentralized app platform with a big future. And TRX USDT dominates all USDT liquidity in the market. Now let's talk about, for those of you who are sitting there saying, well, what if I don't want to introduce people? What are the benefits to me if I do not partake in the referral plan? Well, first of all, you'll own equity, potential return from selling EndoTech stock or receiving dividends in the future. Trading rewards, potential rewards from successful trading performance of EndoTech AI trading system. The third one is the key. You can generate up to 48% return of your own contribution from the referral plan without referring anyone. I have to repeat this. I love this part because you don't see this often or ever. You can make 48% of your own contribution back from a referral plan, even if you refer no one. And I've got to admit, that statement is now false. With a special offer that we have, this statement is false because you can make way more than that we will share with you in a couple of slides. First of all, let's take a look at the different crowdfunding tier. I hope you guys are seeing the slide change. If it's good, that's fine. If not, then just let me know because we've been having some challenges with Zoom. You have everyone that starts has to start at entry tier 1. That's $100. If you want to go to tier 2, that's an additional $200, costing a total of $300. You now want to go to tier 3, it's an additional $400, costing $700. And so on and so forth. You can go all the way to our highest tier, which is tier 10, which will cost a combined total of $102,300. The common question is, well, what are the benefits? What are the benefits for each of those different tiers? Well, first of all, the higher the tier, the more you have in trading. The higher the tier, the more stock equity you will have. The higher the tier, from tier 8 onwards, you start having 70% goes into trading as opposed to 50%. But there's one other very important aspect. Whatever tier you are at, you will earn on the people who join after you on those tiers. So if you has contributed to tier 1, you will only benefit on the tier 1 contribution of the people that come after you that fall within your organization. If you've contributed up to tier 4, well, you will earn on the first 4 tier contribution of everyone that comes after you, that joins Daisy after you, falling within your matrix structure. So it's very important to choose the right tier to get started at. Let's talk about the referral plan. There are 9 ways to benefit from this referral plan. 5 upfront income, which adds up to 46% maximum payout. 3 residual income opportunity, and 1, which is the pay set, which is the stock equity bonus. Right. First and foremost, personal referral bonus. Anyone you personally refer into Daisy, you get 5%. Now, there's no qualification required. You could be on tier 1, $100 contribution. You introduce someone on, let's use a hypothetical example, on $10,000. Well, guess what? You make 5%, that's 500. There's no qualification required. If any of you are new to this industry and thinking, I don't know how to explain this business, I'm not good at talking with people. I'm sure you are, but some people may think like that. Well, here's the thing. Do what you're good at. Invite. You've invited people to meet up before. You've invited people to birthday parties. You've invited people for a lot of meetups, coffee meetups. Well, all you have to do is invite people to one of those calls that we do. We do regular presentation and let someone else do the presentation and explain the business for you. Hence, potentially building an income for you. That's the personal referral bonus. 5%, irrespective of what tier you're on everyone you personally refer into Daisy. Now, when you start on the $100 tier, you can now unlock each next tier. So when you pay $200, you upgrade. Now you unlock tier 2, and so on and so forth. You can upgrade to unlock more and more tiers so you can earn more, because you would earn on each of those. Because the way it works, each tier that you contribute to has a structure, a matrix structure that has different generation and number of people that can fall in your organization. And each matrix, or matrices, I should say. So if you contribute to tier 1, you appear in one matrix. If you contribute to tier 1, 2, and 3, well, now you appear in 3 different matrices that you can earn off each of those up to 10 levels deep, 10 generation deep. So each tier that you contribute to gets you positioned in one additional matrix. Now, we're talking about matrix. Daisy uses what we call a forced matrix placement. A forced matrix placement where it uses free by 10. That means you have free empty space underneath yourself. Each of those three has free underneath them. That means on your generation 2, there would be 9 spaces. So what is a forced matrix? It has to fill up the levels in order. So if I started and there was free position, once those 3 are filled up, automatically anyone that comes through me has to go on my second generation, hence going under the first 3 I have, even though they've done nothing. Well, the first case on the left here shows an example without what we call spillover. So you here, the yellow icon, you introduce 1, 2, and 3 people. They introduce 3 each. That's an ideal situation. But on the right, here is where you see someone from above you introduce someone, but they fell into your organization, and someone else that fell into your organization and his organization or her organization here. That's what we call spillover. Here's the great news. In the matrix, it doesn't matter whether that person that fell in your matrix is from you, your team, or not. If it falls in your matrix, you can qualify to get paid for it. You get paid for it. Now, here's how the matrix works. On your first generation, there's 3 potential spaces. On your second, 9 space. We've said to you, you can make up to 48% of your own contribution back without referring anyone. How? Because the first 2 generation in your matrix, there's no qualification required. As long as someone drop into your matrix, you're going to get paid. Well, that's for the first 2 generation. But I said to you that figure is not correct anymore. Here's why it's not correct. Because we have a grace period of 48 hours. In the first 48 hours, after anyone sign up at any time, there's no matrix qualifications required. That means you can earn matrix bonus on all 10 generations in the first 48 hours. But scrap that. Oh, let's go back. It won't even allow me to go back. All right, there we go. Now, that is correct for anyone joining, in a few weeks, in a couple of months. But right now, as we are gearing for our grand launch, there's a special offer on this grace period for everyone who joins on day 1 of the launch. When is that? I don't know. It will be announced soon. Very soon, there'll be an announcement, and there's going to be a countdown starting for 24 or 48 hours. And then as the timer ends, we launch. For everyone who joins on day 1, you don't have 48 hours, you're going to have 5 days. 5 days of whoever dropping into your matrix, even if you are not qualified, even if you referred no one, you're going to get paid on it. That means now the first 2 levels that could have given you up to 48% does not apply. Here's why. Now, allow me to iterate here. Spillover is very likely, but it's not a guarantee. Some will receive more, some will receive less, some will receive earlier, some will receive later. And here's the thing, it depends on who you're working with, who you sign up with, because if they're working the business, even if you've referred no one, it's highly likely, because there's so many people looking to get started with Daisy right now, that at some point you're going to receive spillover. The first 2 generation can give you up to 48% if we take tier 1 to 7, for example. Well, normally you'll need to unlock generation 3 to 10. But right now, it means you don't need to do anything. You would still benefit from anyone dropping into your matrix in the first 5 days if you start on day 1. Well, let's talk about how to normally unlock them. But bear in mind, for the first 5 days, you're going to get those anyway. To unlock generation 3, you normally just need to introduce minimum 3 people whose total contribution is only $1,000 or more. Now you unlock the potential of making 3% of potential 27 positions that can get filled up. Well, just that alone, in your first 5 days, if your first 2 generation was filled up, that comes to 48%. As a hypothetical example, if your 3rd generation was also filled up, that's an additional 81%. That's 129%. Let's slow down for a minute here. What am I saying? What I'm saying is, if you join the business on day one, and even without referring anyone, should it happen that from spillover, your generation 1, 2, and 3 was filled up, you would make 129% of your own contribution. You've still got your trading pot going ahead for you there, but you've already received 29% more than you put in. That's incredible. And that's just if your third generation was filled up. What if more generations was filled up? What if you signed up with someone who's putting so many people that suddenly you have multiple generations filled up for you? That's incredible. But after the first 5 days, you have to qualify to benefit of those generations. So to qualify for generation 4, for example, well, you just need to introduce a minimum of 6 people whose total contribution is $2,000 or more. Now you qualify to earn 3% of potential 81 spaces that would get filled up or can get filled up. And so on and so forth. You can go and unlock more and more and more generation. When you unlock a generation, it unlocks that generation in every matrices that you've contributed to, every tier that you've contributed to. So if you contribute to 5 tiers, you unlock your generation 3. In each of those 5 tier matrices, you now qualify to earn of the third generation. We also have a 10% check matching bonus. Whoever people you personally refer to the business, whatever they earn on the matrix, up to the same generation that you are qualified or you've unlocked, and the same tier that you've contributed to, you make 10%. So if you introduce me into the business, I make $5,000 today on my matrix, well, you make 10%, or you can make 10%, which is $500. Now, on the matrix, we have a special promotion and rank, as you call it. It's called the pay setter bonus. Any generation you unlock in your first 30 days, the system will automatically unlock an extra generation for you. So let's take generation 3 as example again. Let's say you've introduced a minimum of 3 people who's contributed a total of $1,000 or more. Well, you've unlocked generation 3. You can now earn your 3% of a potential 27 spaces that can get filled up. If you do that in your first 30 days, it will automatically also unlock generation 4 for you. That means you can also now earn 3% of potential 81 more people that can drop into your organization. So you can go and unlock whichever level you unlock, next generation will be unlocked for you. That means if you unlock generation 9 by fulfilling this requirement, automatically generation 10 is unlocked. But the question is, what's the benefit then of someone doing the full requirement of unlocking generation 10? Just introduce 24 people minimum, who's contributed a total of $128,000 combined. That unlocks generation 10. Well, if you do the full requirement yourself, in your first 30 days, you become what we call a pay setter gold. That is an amazing achievement. Here's why. From that point onwards, from that point that you're qualified onwards, you will now earn a percentage of every contribution, every tier purchase, every tier upgrade that is done globally in Daisy. Not from your team, not from your matrix. Anyone, anywhere in the world makes a contribution after you've reached pay setter gold, you receive a percentage of that. How does it work? I call it a pool 1. Well, 1.8% of every contribution globally goes into a pool and is distributed equally among everyone who at that point have reached pay setter gold. There's also 1.25% of the trading profits of everyone globally that goes into that pool and will be distributed with you and everyone else who reach pay setter gold. And the same applies for 5% additional equity share of EndoTech stock. Now, the pay setter gold has a time limit, 30 days. Well, we also have a second pool, which is even more attractive. You can miss pay setter gold and still achieve the second, which we call the pay setter leadership, or you can qualify for both. The pay setter leadership has no time limit. As long as you help 3 of your personally referred people to become pay setter gold, you become what we call pacesetter leadership. Again, 1.8% of every contribution globally and 1.25% of all global trading profits goes into a pool and is distributed equally. Well, here's the thing. Pacesetter leadership is going to pay more than pacesetter gold because there's going to be more people qualified on pacesetter gold than there is in pacesetter leadership. Now, I said the best thing to do is to get the best of both, but you have to start with pacesetter gold because that sets the pace for the people you bring into the business. Remember, people do what you do, not what you tell them to do. That's a way of leading by example. So as a summary of, oops, I don't know how this picture is here, so we're going to skip that. The next thing we have is the uni-level residual trading bonus. Now, for a minute, I need you to put aside the matrix that we've been talking about. All right, someone just sent me a message, so I'm just checking this, just making sure. 1 second. All right, answered, just making sure. Now, put the matrix aside. I say this because I know some of you are very familiar with uni level, but some of you may not be. Now we're talking a uni level. What that means is when you see level 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10, here's what it means. Everyone you personally introduce into the business, we call that your uni level 1. So if you, let's say, a hypothetical example, you introduce 10 people into this business. Doesn't matter what tier you have, doesn't matter what tier they have. You have 10 people on your level 1, uni level 1. Well, you are going to earn, at the time they withdraw, you are going to make 3.5% of their trading profits. That's beautiful. Now, let's say each of those 10 on average introduces 10 people. That means on their uni level 1, they have 10 each. That means on your uni level 2, now you have 100 people. Well, you make 1% of the trading profits of each of those 100 people. And up to the same generation that you have unlocked in your matrix, up to that same generation, you can make 1% of the trading profits of everyone in your personal organization. I can tell you, eventually, this, what you see in front of you, will become the biggest bonus of all. And the beautiful thing about it is it's residual. You see, team building, the income goes up and down. It can change. If something happens to me, my team may not grow as much. However, the residual income, it grows itself. That's why we call it a residual income. I call it also a passive residual income. Now, as a summary for the categories of members, we have 3 categories of members. We have tier 1 to 7, where 50% goes to the Daisy Fund for trading. We have tiers 8 to 10, where 70% goes to Daisy Fund for trading. And then we have VIP customers, where 100% goes into trading, but remaining into your personal account. That's unheard of. To become VIP customers, it says coming soon because that starts as we launch. That wasn't available for the beta test launch. That is available as we launch in the next few days. How to become a VIP customer? Well, you can become a VIP customer after you've contributed to all 10 tiers. Once you've contributed to all 10 tiers, you can choose to become a VIP customer by depositing any more that you want into trading with a minimum of $20,000, where 100% of your funds goes into trading, but it remains in your personal wallet. That could be your Coinbase. That could be your Binance, your Gemini. It stays there. EndoTech will connect via API to your wallet and do the trading for you. For that, there's a 5% setup fee to EndoTech, but you get to keep 80% of the profits, whereby 10% goes into a referral rewards plan. That means 1% to each generation, 10 generation. Anyone in your organization, your personal organization, goes to VIP level, well, you're going to get 1% of their trading profits. How to join Daisy? Well, download Tron Link Wallet app. Prepare a minimum of 100 USDT, which is $100. because USDT is equivalent to $1 in your TronLink app, or any amount up to the tier that you want to. Get a sign-up link from your referrer. Now, this is very important. This is probably one of the most important things for you to remember and note down. It is important that you get a sign-up link from your referrer. Daisy is the talk of the industry. And what I'm about to share with you happened in the beta launch and is happening now and is going to happen on a large scale. You see, because of the spillover, people want to be the first to get in. It's great to be the first to get in, but at what cost? You know, there's many people out there who's only out here to make quick money. What they do, you know what, let's call them what they are, scammers. What they do is they create website looking like Daisy because it has the Daisy logo. It has these slides that you've seen. It has videos, and they will promote a link. They will reach out to you. They will contact you because you're on this call. They will contact you because you're on a group on WhatsApp, on Telegram, on Facebook, and they will reach out to you and say, hey, I will get the sign up link early before anyone. Or maybe they'll say, I've already got it. I can get you signed up now. Guess what? It's a scam. They just created some website for you to pay, and they're going to take your money and run. So be careful. The only safe way to join Daisy is by using the sign up link from your referrer. Someone you know, someone you have a relationship with, someone you've been talking to for a while. Once you get that sign up link, purchase the minimum of entry level 1 and secure your spot in the matrix, or whichever tiers you want to purchase, you can upgrade and purchase those instantly. By the way, it's 2-click. You click twice on 2 things, confirm, done, is purchased. Next level, tier 2, 2-click, tier 2 is done. It's very simple, very quick, and very easy. We also have, I see someone has just posted our YouTube channel. We have video tutorials on the YouTube channel that can help you with any questions you may have. Now, together, we look forward to creating history with Daisy. But before you go, let me stop this share. Here's what I want to share with you. Every single one of us, or at least most of us, and even the people around us, we've always said the following. We wish someone had told us about an opportunity before. Hey, we wish someone told us to invest in Amazon in the early days, in 1997 at $1.67 per share, now worth over $3,000 each. We wish someone told us to invest into Facebook, into Apple. Hey, I wish someone told me to buy Bitcoins in 2009 at 1,000 Bitcoin for $3. Today worth over $55 million for $3. Well, guess what? We're all wiser after the event has happened. The reality is, given the opportunity, most of us don't take it. Matter of fact, how many people actually bought Bitcoins the first time they were introduced to it, or at least bought the right amount of Bitcoins? I didn't. At $9.96, less than $10, I bought 2. And then we look back and we regret. We say, I wish I did. But you can never look back and say, you wish someone told you about Daisy. Someone did. That's why you're here. You need to take this information, do your own research, and make an informed decision, because you are the only person responsible and liable for your own decision. But make a decision that you never have to look back and say, you wish you did. So with that said, we want to thank you, everyone, for being here. Very often we take questions, but the numbers are huge. We have got almost 300 people on the call. So it won't be possible to take questions. If you have any questions, go back to the person who invited you. Even if they cannot answer your question, they will refer you to someone who can. And the YouTube link that has just been posted will probably have the answers to a lot of your questions. We've also started our Facebook group today. I talked about those scammers. There's so many groups about Daisy right now. So we've created our own official group. The reason for that is the other groups, we've had numerous complaints where people are connecting with each other, trying to say, no, come with me, I'll give you a better position, you'll get more spillover, I'll pay for your package, all sorts of things going on. And they're also even trying to take these people into other business opportunities. So we've created a new one that will protect you and your team. We're going to put very strict rules in. So make sure you reach out to someone, to your upline, and they will be able to get you added to that new Facebook group. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a great day. Have a blessed day. Have a great afternoon, evening, wherever you're in the world. We've got people from literally all around the globe, even in some time zones where it's very late or early hours of the morning. So thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing you on our next calls. We will be issuing a link for those calls very shortly. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day. Thank you.